3 years, 5 years, even 10 years, right? There are often age differences between couples, but the bigger the gap, the less two people may have in common, and that could make things a little bit rocky. Dating expert Jenn Dellwo from It's Just Lunch here to give us a few things to think about, right?
Right.
When you're trying to bridge that age gap in your dating relationship.
Right.
Okay, so what is the most important thing to keep in mind? Let's go through these.
Right. So you are going to be in different life stages. So you're not going to be growing together.
Okay.
So you have to keep in mind that the things that you might be going through might be something they already went through.
Okay, or something they haven't been through yet.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So what's your advice for dealing with that then?
Keeping an open mind and asking them for advice. If someone has already gone through something, a difficult stage in their life that you need help with, I mean, that's what they're there for.
Okay.
If they're your partner.
Perfect. How about social circles? What does this mean in terms of like gathering your friends and getting your friends to all coexist and commingle?
Right. I mean, if you're dating someone who's significantly older than you and all of their friends are their own age, all of their partners are their own age, you have to think about that. When you bring that person into your social circle, how are they going to interact with your friends who are all your own age?
Right. Okay. I like that. What's another problem that you foresee?
You might not share the same goals.
Okay.
So maybe you're in a stage in your life where you really want to have kids, but your partner is significantly older and they already have kids and they don't want more. Or perhaps they're younger and they're just, getting into their career and really getting into the groove of their life.
But is this a problem that can be, dealt with in a healthy way, or is this something that should kind of be a red flag to get out of the relationship?
I don't necessarily think it's a red flag, but it's a conversation that you need to have.
Okay.
If you don't have the same goals, I mean, that's the basis of a relationship.
Right, absolutely.
Is to have similar goals and a similar outlook.
Let's talk about the number, because a lot of, I've heard a lot of people say, well, age is just a number. And I think that is true. I've met a lot of people in my life that were just old souls, really wise people that I thought, wow, I would have thought they were older than me. Right. It turns out they were younger. Is that true when it comes to relationships?
Absolutely. Everyone says age is just a number. In some cases, I think that's true. In others, I don't.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where maybe you're 60, but you feel like you're 50, you feel like you're 45, so you want to be with those like-minded people who have the same stamina and they have the same energy and the same goals.
How about the generation gap? Because I think once you reach a certain, number of years distance, then there is the generational issue, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there's different historical events that happen where maybe they weren't even born for it. They don't even know really what you're talking about. And it was something that was really important to you and a huge moment in your life, and you just don't really identify with it.
So I think the bottom line, what everybody wants to know is it possible? Can you make a relationship work with such a big gap in age?
Absolutely. I think what you need to remember is if you share the same goals, the same values, I think it's great, and they can bring a different perspective to your life, different insights, and I definitely think it's possible.
I have to say I agree with you only because, and I won't say who, but one of my coworkers here has a huge age gap in their relationship, and it's one of the healthiest, happiest couples I've ever met in my life, and it works for them.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Very cool. Jenn, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great advice for us this morning. I love it.
Thanks.
All right, stick around. Coming up here on Good Day Chicago, we're going to take a look at your week ahead. We'll be right back after this.